Hello and welcome to a new FIFA series I'm calling Lockdown Euros. Now I can imagine wherever you're watching the world, but it's probably the UK, there's a high possibility you are also in lockdown. And one of the things the lockdown has taken away from us football fans is the Euros this summer. And I'm going to try and bring you the closest representation of Euros that I can on FIFA. And these are the rules for what I'm doing. So we'll have matchups based on the actual European draw, starting with the playoffs and then on to the competition. Each matchup will have two teams facing off against each other with 5 outfield players on each team, and they earn points with goals being a point, assists being half a point and highest match rated player being a point. And they will race to a certain amount of points, which for these playoff games are 8, but will increase up to probably about 20 for the final. And here's the playoffs here that we're going to start with. Now you can see Georgia have already gone through. This is because I saw Belarus, looked at making a team for them. Not only do they not have 5 players, they don't even have 1. So that can't quite run, so Georgia do automatically go through. But this episode we'll be starting off with Iceland against Romania. And here's the team here. Now, yeah, nothing too impressive at all. Best player there is Sigurdsson, which this channel name is kind of based off. I was originally given this name due to Gylfi Sigurdsson. Me being called Dylan Gylfi Sigurdsson was born per se. Yeah, not a crazy team. We're going to have to try and get by, do as well as we can with it. And the first game of the episode is not what you want to be seeing when you've got a squad like ours. 4 icons, only 1 loan, but yeah, it's not a great start to be dealt with. But we managed to get first chance of the game, punting it down the right to Goodmanson, gets into the box. Probably never going to score, but you maybe hope for a rebound or something. But the guy gets it clear. 70th minute, awful decision. He gets a shot away now. A good save, to be fair to, I forget what he's called, the goalie. There's going to be a lot of unsure about names in this first. I could do more research probably, check that I'm constantly on top of the names, but it's always going to be a hard one with teams like Iceland and Romania. Chance there, always probably going wide from Finn Bogertson. And that'll be the game, so yeah, not the most entertaining start. No points earned from the match itself. But afterwards we will see that Radu got man of the match, which does put Romania 1 to the good. Only 7 away, it's basically the whole way, but closer to 8 than Iceland are. And they get us underway in the scoring. Heading into the second game, let's see what we can do here. So this guy, much more winnable team than last game, but does have those annoying players of Sane and Mbappe and Neymar still in there that you know can just skin you in seconds, and you can see here as he brings it forward, don't do enough to defend really, get lost trying to search for him, finishes it, which he's always going to finish there, and puts us 1-0 down. Search for an equaliser here, I think we pull it back to Andone, we don't pull it, falls to Andone. Yeah, cheers mate. Now the losing aspect of this isn't too important. Obviously you don't want to lose, and especially when someone with a team like this is shooting to sweat against us, but hey ho, it's in the game, it's in the game. But yeah, you don't want to get battered every game, but I like doing things like this. I remember I did it back in the day, 3-0, just as a way of losing with purpose almost, if you can call it that. We do get the edge of the box here, and I think Live Deal describes it best. I've hit the post, rebound, it's a goal! Number 9, Alfred Finn Bogertson. You can see there it did put Iceland 1.5 to 1 up. I don't know how the assist came from Sigurdsson, but there's no questions about that assist, which gives Romania a half and Iceland another full point. But Iceland 2.5 to 1.5 up. It does sound weird saying scores with points in, but that's just the way I've done it. The stats here quickly. We are actually, I say it's outdoing. We've had 1 more shot that was off target. Possession slightly in our favour. I choose not. Well, I'm focusing so much on cutting out the cutback. I forget he's using someone like Mbappe, I believe that was, who's just going to fire it into the near post. And after that, not much else happens in that half until the full-time whistle. So again, another loss, but that's not what we're here for. At least this time we got a bit more progress towards getting the match up, done and dusted. And with that, Finn Bogertson man of the match, puts Iceland even further to the good. Nice little 2-point cushion now for him. And we move on to the third game to see if anyone can take a further lead or if Romania can pull it back, we'll see. Third game, a bit more similar to the first one with a few more icons, but also those pesky players we don't want to play, like by that is Simeon up front mainly. But we try and get down the right. Poor decision, pass cut out. He moves it forward now, onto a Simeon. He manages to pull it across. Very tame finish. Did just seem soft, but it's gone in. We have to make do with it. We come forward now. Cheers for that, Haji. Absolutely wonderful strike. Aiming for the corner flag. And he comes forward again now. Gets the ball on again, cuts it back again. This time a save. Play to the goalie. And we manage to break through potentially. Yes, we do. Poor decision to stand tackle, get it through to Andone. And he does slot home quite nicely. Pulls Romania half a point back. Not a load of progress, but it's in the right direction. And that'll be half time. Not going into it losing for once, which feels a bit different. We'll take it definitely. And on to the second half. He swings in this corner and just check out this. Round of applause, keeper. It's our turn to come forward late now. Moving it through the middle. Hit it to Andone. Move it on to Sigurdsson. Try and put it back for Andone. Does just get too much on it and over the bar it goes. And last ditch attack here. Trying to run away with a win. I would have liked a better cutback. He does pull it back too far. Regardless, we still get a good shot away. How about that for a save from Alisson? Keeps us at bay. We don't get the win. But another Iceland man of the match does open up their gap again now to the biggest it's been, 2.5 points. And only being 3 away now from the total they need. It's looking like it's going to be Iceland. And the fourth game here, against some more icons, some more pesky players. That Ben Yedder is renowned on this game for being a handful. But we do happen to get the first chance of the game. Marin now moves it forward onto Finn Bogertson. He opens up the space for me. I'm going to take it. And Andone slots it home in off the post to bring them back to 2. But they're going to have to make bigger increments. Probably assist their own goals if they want to nick it off Iceland here. But he comes forward now. Lazy challenge. Open up the space for him. I can't have any complaints. I basically scored it for him. And that'll be half time. So a quick look at the stats. When they come up, there we go. Yeah, I may have scored apparently with no shots on target, which is incredibly believable. I think I've done enough to shift him out wide there. He can't score from that angle. Socrates has other thoughts and does put him 2-1 up again. We get out wide here. Dixon, touch, post. I think I've got one for myself there. It is ruled out. But we choose to forget about that, come forward again. Andone interchanging. Shifting, trying to get onto his left. Don't want to take the shot, give it back to Sigurdsson. Catches it well, smashes it into the back of the net. And that puts Iceland 1.5 points away. So they set up their own goal and it's curtains. And you will see here, right off the back of that goal, Finn Bogertson coming into the box now. Very similar to the Andone assist, pulls it back to Sigurdsson who smacks it again. And that is the result for you. Iceland 4, Romania 0. Iceland move on to their playoff final, which will be against either Hungary or Bulgaria, I think it is, which again is another high class matchup. And I'm using that to distract you from the fact that he's just subbed on these Denises and Traorés and he's now just blitzing me down the wings. Not much I can do about it, even the post does its best, but that then suddenly goes in. Cheers for that, keeper. And again, it turns into another loss basically, which, yes, this full-time whistle, or is it a full-time whistle? I've ruined the suspense for you. I whip in across, it looks close, I still miss. And we do lose. But again, not too fussed about the loss. I would like to stop losing, but I think especially with these playoff squads, besides one you'll see, you might have seen Norway, Serbia in that playoff list, and if you had a little think to yourself, you think about the players in those teams, it's not too bad. But a lot of these playoffs are going to lack proper quality players. But yeah, even with the Sigurdsson man of the match there, it does take up to 9, not that it matters, it was already sealed. So the small nation of Iceland do advance through this matchup, and a game closer to the Euros. The confirmation of the result here. Did finish 9-4, top scorer shared by Finn Bogertson, Sigurdsson and Andone, all with 2. So both the forwards getting themselves 2 assists as well. And I will now show the updated playoff bracket. Eventually. There it is, yep. Iceland going through. I have moved Georgia through as well, and the next episode will be Bulgaria versus Hungary for the right to play Iceland to enter the Euros. If you have watched all this, thank you for watching. If you've got any ideas on how I can make this better, then feel free to leave that in the comments. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.